Ladies, this is going to help you become so irresistible to the masculine. You're going to have men approaching you all the time. If you struggle with after the first date, he falls away, maybe after the second date, third date, he falls away, then you definitely want to watch this because we're going to let you know exactly why that's happening and what you need to do to change, and also how to know if he's actually serious about you.
And we're going to be super honest with you, ladies. Let you know exactly how men are thinking in these situations. If men are not approaching you, it's not because they're intimidated of you, because you're so gorgeous that they don't know what to say. One of the reasons may be is because...
And for those lovely ladies that are new here, what's up? I'm Natasha.
And I'm Brian.
I was a former single mom with 4 kids, went through a whole bunch of trauma and loss. If you're interested in learning more about dating and relationships and feeling good in your body again, I'm talking your hormones, your nervous system, all that.
Click the subscribe button so you don't miss any of our videos and content.
of your energy. And again, even before the energy, let me say this. You may just not be attractive to those guys. So that plays a big role. Guys are sitting and looking. They may look at you. They may just be checking you out. But if they don't approach you, it's something that didn't connect to them. And how you look matters. So it could be that you're just not their type and they don't want to approach you and waste their time.
So ladies, first of all, exactly what Coach B is saying, the looks is everything. Like we're going to keep it really real on this channel. This is not a channel just to make you feel good. We actually want you to attract your husband. We want you to attract high quality men. We want you to be successful in dating and marriage. So we are going to actually tell you how the masculine thinks. Okay. So lean in if you're triggered. We love you. Okay. So first of all, number one thing is, yes, he has to be attracted to you. Now, if you believe that you're a beautiful woman and men are just not showing that they're attracted to you, I do recommend you watch our video called The Male Gaze, where we actually break down what men are actually looking for subconsciously that maybe you're not thinking of. These are signs of, it's really your reproductive value is how their brains have been wired. Okay. It's not our opinion. This is actual science. Okay. So you can go watch that video. But anyway, so assuming that you are beautiful, right? So you've done everything we've told you to do on this channel and men are still not approaching you. What's actually happening is you're not giving enough signs of approachability. So this is well researched, where it's not that you are so beautiful that they're intimidated of you. It's that you are not giving off signs of I'm available and you can approach me. So this is your body language. This is you smiling. This is your energy.
So true, because like I said, first the guy is checking you out to see if you're attractive. After that, is she approachable? Is she someone that if I walk over there and say something to her, will she have an attitude, or will she be in her warm energy, even if she's not attracted to me? And guys understand this, that all women aren't attracted to them and they're okay with you not liking them, but it's about how you do it. It's about your energy and even having a conversation with him. So if a guy feels like I go over there and approach her, she's going to be in her warm energy. No matter what you say, they're going to be respectful in most cases. So making sure you look the part and are just having fun. That's what being approachable is. Approachable is just smiling, having fun, just being in the moment, not over there looking like you're thinking or with a resting bee face or anything like that. You're just enjoying the moment, and guys will be magnetized to you and just want to come speak to you.
Exactly. And you'll notice because women will come up to you, kids will come up to you, everyone's going to come up to you. Okay. And it really has everything to do with your energy. This is something I also had to intentionally practice. So don't get mad at yourself. This is, and it's not that you're mad. It's just your focus. Like if you're like me, you're thinking about a million things, but that's all masculine head energy. So naturally, subconsciously, it's going to repel masculine energy men. They're not going to find you attractive, even if you are beautiful. Okay. So you got to get out of your head. When you're out and about, maybe you're at a networking event, maybe you're just out and about with your girlfriends, you're at the grocery store. These are the places that our girls get hit on a lot. And the biggest thing is you got to get out of your head and just have some more fun. And I promise you guys are going to start coming up to you more. Okay, babe. So scenario number 2 is maybe you met the guy online and you're on a first date. The date goes amazing, but then you don't hear from him after that. Babe, what is going on? What is the guy thinking?
Well, you all that have watched us know me. So at this point, he's probably not super attracted to you. You had decent conversation. If you had any conversation at all, maybe the picture was one of your best pictures. He really liked you, but when he actually met you and when he went out, it wasn't the same connection for him. So most guys aren't going to be rude. They'll still take you out. They'll go through with the date and everything like that. But after that, most guys will be calling you right away. They'll call you as soon as they drop you off, as soon as you separate, as soon as they make it home. Whatever the case is, they'll be calling you to make sure, not that you're okay only, but to make sure that you know that they enjoyed their time. So if they're not calling you right away, they're not reaching out, they're not asking for a second date, it's probably because they weren't attracted to you physically and something didn't connect when you actually met in person. So that's what most men are thinking if they don't reach back out to you.
So once again, if this is a one-off thing, you don't have to worry about it, right? But if this is a pattern that you're noticing in your life where you're able to attract the man, you're able to go on a first date and then he falls away, then there's just a couple things I want you to look at, not from a place of judgment, like do this in love, okay, babe? Do you actually understand what the masculine is attracted to? Not based on, like, I'm sure you're a great person and you love God and like you're so sweet, you're such a good person. That's great, okay? But at the end of the day, men will make their decision at the beginning based on physical attraction, okay? So do you understand the male gaze? Do you understand the male psychology? Especially as you get older, babe, and especially if you're a single mom, okay? So this is something I really studied and understood before I went back on the dating game because I had 4 kids, right? And I understood, and I wasn't in my 20s anymore. I was in my late 30s when I went back into dating. So I understood that worked, before when I was married, back then isn't going to work now. So for you, from a place of fun and love and no self-judgment, you got to really ask yourself, be honest with yourself. Do you actually understand how the masculine thinks, what they desire, and understand the male gaze? And if you don't understand that, this is what we're here for. I'm not gonna leave you hanging. It could be that you need to lose some weight. Like, we'll be honest with you about
definitely.
that. It could be weight, it could be your hair, it could be how you smell, it could be your teeth. And I don't want you picking yourself apart. That's not what this channel is about. But it is about having some self-awareness, okay? If you are serious about attracting a man that wants to marry you, and especially if you have kids, and especially if you're in your 40s, 50s, 60s.
And this is so key, especially for ladies that are looking for potential husbands. What men desire and what women are looking for are different. So most of the time, the men won't necessarily be model type of men as far as their looks, but the expectation on what they desire is valid. And that's something that we want to make sure our ladies know so you can attract them instead of fighting it and saying, okay, well, he needs to like me for who I am. He'll never get to know who you are if you don't look good. So
can you repeat that? That was so good. I hope you heard what he just said. Go ahead, baby.
No matter how good of a person you are, he'll never get to see that. He'll never get to know how good you are unless you look good. So that is the key. And it's not looking young or whatever the case is. Just look good for your age, for who you are, and the right guy will be attracted to you.
Exactly. And if you're struggling, once again, go watch our Male Gaze Masterclass on YouTube, or you can just jump into our program and we will give you personal feedback on what you can do. And a lot of times there's simple things, and they're things that are going to help you feel good about yourself. It's going to increase your confidence, which is the most important thing. Remember, the guy's the bonus. You feeling good about how you look and how you feel as you move around is the number one priority, and then the guy is the bonus, okay? And no, we're not being superficial, and yes, this is biblical, okay? Go read the book of Ruth and go read the book of Esther, who both of those girls had to up-level their looks before they got their king, okay? So I just had to throw that out there too before we get the comments about that.
Please, because what has to happen for us as men, we have to up-level in the area of our finances, in the area of our showing that we're protectors, providers. We have to up level, or else we won't get the woman that we want, because she'll just go to someone who fills those voids and who's able to check those boxes.
Yeah, men understand this, right? So as a woman, this is your feminine intelligence. Scenario number 3. So we're going to assume now that you've done everything we've told you to do, okay? So you understand the masculine gaze. You're looking like a hot tamale, even if you're 55 years old and you got a couple kids. And maybe you are dating a guy. So maybe you've gone on a few dates, but then he tends to fade away. Maybe, let's say after the third date, or the second or third date, he starts to fade away. What do you think is going on with the masculine in those scenarios?
A lot of times in those scenarios, what happens is he was initially attracted to you, went out on a few dates with you, and he was going out potentially with the hope of something getting better or something like that. And then what he ended up seeing is, and this is healthy masculine energy guys who desire to be married, that you just weren't the wife for him potentially. You had a lot of good things. You might look good. He may enjoy being around you, but maybe you're too friendly. Maybe you dress a certain type of way. Those things is what he starts to look at after the first couple of dates, after he says, okay, she's a good person, she's nice looking. Now, is she wife material? And sometimes men, depending on what they're looking for in a wife, because everyone's looking at different things matter to guys in a different way. So for one guy, if you have tattoos may matter. Another guy, if you have long hair or what color your hair. So whatever he saw during that time, it wasn't sufficient for him to continue to invest in getting to know you. And instead of wasting his time and your time, he's just maybe ghosted you, or maybe just said he's okay. He stopped reaching out to you. And again, most guys have a roster at that point. So you just didn't check enough boxes for him to continue to get to know you. And that's okay.
Okay, this is really good. I'm going to give the feminine perspective on this, okay? So there's a couple things that could be happening. One, it could be your energy where deep down you don't actually feel safe to get serious with a man, to the point where you want to get married. And you can tell this because you get overwhelmed by dating. Dating feels very overwhelming for you. It gives you anxiety. If you have a lot of anxiety around dating and just relationships in general, that's probably what's happening internally for you. And the men that you're attracting is just mirroring that back to you. So they fall away. Okay. So in those scenarios, I encourage you to get inner healing, because that's something I had to do too before I attracted my husband, right? You've just been through stuff. We get it, right? So you just got to heal that. Another scenario is you are just absolutely fabulous. Like, you are amazing. You're not doing anything wrong, babe. And he is going through the process of self-sabotage where you're amazing. You're everything he wants, and you're a shock to his nervous system. Like we talked about this in our scenario. You're a shock to his nervous system. And now he has to kind of pull away and figure out, okay, is this somebody I want to keep pursuing, or is this, I'm not ready for this? And then allow him to deselect. That's okay. It's not against you. This is why it's so important that you are rotationally dating. Another scenario, and I agree with you on this, it's just lack of connection. There's just not that connection there, which is why it's really important for you as a woman to be rotationally dating. We don't rotationally date because we just want to, cut guys off and interview guys and all that stuff. We rotationally date as women to keep our energy in a place where we don't get attached to men too easily. And it also gives the man and the men that you're dating space and time to process you and to see what's important for you. See what he might be testing you, like we talk about on our videos, and we went through this, where he's used to girls just kind of doing whatever that they want, right? And then they don't talk to them for a few days, and then the girl's right there ready to go again. And then you come along and you're not that type of girl. So you're a shock to him. And it's not that you want to, just give up on him right away. But if you're rotationally dating, you're not even going to notice it. You're not going to be triggered. You're too busy having fun in your high value energy. And the right guy, even if he falls away, will come back, or he's going to clear space. They're going to clear space for your husband, which you are the right type of pretty for.
And that was so good, even the points that you added to it. I think the most important point that you mentioned is making sure that you're unattached. Because for women, if you see a guy who checks all the boxes, it's easier to emotionally connect and just look at them as your potential husband and start living that way, start doing things for them. But staying detached, rotationally dating, so no matter what he does, you're not triggered, it doesn't affect you, and you're in position for your husband. So I think that was just such a good point that you made as far as what their responsibility is, because you never want to allow someone else to determine how you respond.
Oh, that's so good. And that's what makes you so magnetic and so irresistible, because most girls are walking around triggered, right? And so then you come along and maybe he doesn't text you right away, doesn't call you right away, or says something, whatever, and you're not triggered. Now all of a sudden you're in a league of your own, baby girl. Like I was in a league of my own. Okay, this is how you stand out. But you can't do that without healing. So if you find you do get triggered, you do get attached, you do struggle with this, or you put up the walls right away, which is not boundaries, where you're just guarded, you're just like, you shut down, you cut them off really quickly, that is, you have a wall there. I encourage you to get healing, because what will happen, babe, is as you heal, naturally you're going to feel soft and you'll feel safe in your feminine energy, and you will become so magnetic to so many men. Whether you're out at a party, out at the grocery store, out on a date, they're just going to flock to you.
Yeah, hey, you hit it on the head.
And then, so let's end with this. How do you know that the guy is serious about you? Maybe it's been a few dates, you guys are really talking, and he really sees a future with you. How can you tell? What's an obvious sign?
Well, that's simple to see with guys. Again, guys are so simple, and he's going to let you know. He may even just let you know, like, I really see myself with you. He's going to be reaching out to you. It's almost going to feel like, why is this guy stalking me? Because he's not going to come follow you and all that, but he's going to call you. He's going to want to see you. He's going to want to talk to you. He's going to compliment you. He's going to try to set up another date right away. He's going to send flowers. He's going to do whatever he thinks he needs to do to catch your attention, because he's looking at you like, she's someone who's valuable. If she's on the market, so many guys are going to want to be with her. So I have to show her, because he knows that as soon as he leaves your presence, someone's complimenting you. Someone wants to go out on a date with you. So he's going to be reaching out, because that was what I did with you quickly. So he's not going to leave anything to the imagination. If he's a healthy masculine energy man, you'll know. And you'll be able to make a decision. Is this someone that I want to get to know? You won't have to chase him around and talk to your friends and say, does he like me? What happened? No, he'll make it super simple and super easy to know.
I really hope you girls heard what he just said. So a man that is serious about you will not leave you feeling confused. He will let you know he is super into you. And here's another thing you can tell if he's really serious about a future with you, is when he's talking about his future plans, you're in the future plans. So when he's talking about, when we do this, when we move here, when we get married, when this, if he's just talking about future plans about himself, you're not in his future, babe. Okay, so that is it's a subconscious sign that he's really serious about you.
So good.
Okay, let us know if you have any questions in the comments. And also, if you want coaching by us, you want help in the dating phase or even in the marriage stage, then we will leave some resources for you so you can jump in and you can get help from us.